Welcome to this isolated video about the controls in Neos. This isn't going to cover all of the buttons or things you need to do. It's purely going to be the things that you can do with your hands that affect the world. Not including finger tracking, I just mean the buttons that you can push. We often get feedback that there are too many buttons in Neos, and to that I say, well, there's only 4, and they're in each hand, and they're identical in each hand, so there's 8 in total, but they're the same in each hand, so there are 4. You can also see those buttons in the bottom left and the bottom right of my window. That's why they're there in my tutorials. I refer to them in my tutorials as primary. You see the primary light turns on. Secondary, you'll see the secondary light turns on. Grab, you'll see the grab light turns on. And context menu. You can kind of only have one context menu open at once, which is why you'll see it blinking across between left and right. Those are the 4 buttons that you need to build anything. Other things like finger movement and stuff like that, that's all just extra stuff, right? It's all animations or stuff to make you look more human. Those are the only buttons that you need to know to basically build anything. And the common issues I have with teaching new users is that they forget what those buttons are. So I'm here to basically say to you, do some drills. Imagine that you're in the military and there's a drill sergeant in front of you saying, hey, push primary. Now push secondary. Now push grab. Now push context menu. And if you keep doing those, you'll start to associate those buttons with those particular button pushes that you're doing here. Like I said, there aren't that many. If you've forgotten what primary, secondary, grab, or even context menu is on your controller of choice, then please follow me to a place inside Neos Essentials that can help you. Let me turn on my private UI here and head on into Smooth POV. Inside Smooth POV, I'm inside my inventory and I'm inside Neos Essentials. If we go inside facets, you'll see that there is this facet right here. It's on the second row and it says controller diagram facet preset. This one should be in your home screen of your dash unless you've removed it. If you've removed it, then maybe re-add it. But if it's still there, you can also look at it in the home screen of your dash. I'm going to go ahead and spawn it. And on this facet here, you'll see the controller layout for your controls. I happen to be using index controls, so the index controller layout is represented. If you spawn that, it will be there in your controller layout, whatever that might be. And you'll notice on it that there are primary, secondary, grab, and context menu. So keep that in mind. Put this image in front of you. You can even spawn these dots out by themselves. They're inside my public folder under utilities, and you can try it out yourself. Just imagine that drill sergeant in front of you saying, hey, primary, secondary, grab, context menu. And that way, when you're watching my videos or when I'm helping you in game, I don't need to stop and ask what controls you're on or remind you of what they are. You can just naturally do it. It honestly doesn't take long. The main ones I see people get confused with are context menu and secondary. So do take a look at this facet and do take a look at these dots on the side of my screen that show you what I'm pushing. That's why they're there. See you next time.